And I think we're back. We are back indeed. Okay, so Midnight has the CTF Feelings for Me future reading. We also have the Bartman reading, which we're in the process of doing. So it looks like that my cat ran into my router at full speed and knocked it onto the floor, and thus scattering it everywhere, and then the internet dies. So when you see on the intro screen that Salem the House Destroyer cat, I'm not kidding. Like y'all thinking, oh, that's so cute, House Destroyer. That's exaggerated. No. That's not exaggerated at all. I'm not even kidding. She will destroy the entire house anyway. So I put her back in the bedroom and close the door. So hopefully that fixes everything. Anyway, but yeah, the cat ate my homework, or the dog ate my homework, or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, she indeed knocked the router onto the floor, and it went everywhere. Anyway, we got cables here, cables there. Anyway, Princess, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, where were you doing from? We were reading Bartman. What's going to happen? Well, okay, so again, we have too many choices with movies. It feels like there's a lot of movies happening. There's a lot of things going on, and we just need to sort of figure out what we want to focus on, what we want to see. Overall, it just looks like coordination, getting everything focused is going to be sort of the alternating idea here. Ace of Cups says we do get it organized, though. We end up going to the movies and having a good time. Jade, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. But overall, it feels like everything works well. Everything goes fine. I don't see anything substantial. It just feels like, just come in and just say, all right, this is kind of where we're going. This is kind of what I want to do with this and whatnot. And this is the movies. And I think you can come to a coordinated agreement. And I think everything will be okay indeed. So overall, it looks clean. Just need to get everything done. Now, I do think after you go to the movies, you need to go like drink or hang out or something like that. You have a Wheel of Fortune. Like, let's do some activities during the movies. Lover says overall, it looks like a fun time. Everybody enjoys themselves. And going to the movies seems fun indeed. So I think you will go to the movies, you have a good time, coordinate it well, and we'll have a pretty good time at the movies. Not seem like a problem at all. Sarah, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So yeah, the cat destroyed the internet. Y'all are like, that's so funny. That's, Salem, the House Destroyer. Salem has this thing where she wants to run full speed into an object and knock it off of where it is. Most of the time, the object is breakable. So I don't know why, but she just runs full speed, nails into some object, and just shatters it, breaks it, whatever it is. And sometimes, it is important things like the router. Anyway, Midnight wants to know what's going on with this. Does CT have feelings for me? What are the futures? What kind of things can we peer into the future and find out? I think that calls for everybody's favorite, which is going to be not functional. I guess not functional tonight. Let's see. We got that. It's not going to be Tower Cam. It's going to be Tower 2. And now see if it works. We're going to get not Victoria. We're going to get the Modern Love Tarot. Modern Love Tarot is making its appearance tonight. And that is going to be doing it tonight. You just finished using the Echoes of Nature for the next vid. That's what I'm talking about. That thing. I have not touched that thing in a long time. So I need to update the Echoes of Nature. I need to get the Tasty Tarot out the door. My Kickstarter is still being approved, so they're still reviewing it. So after that's approved, we should be good for the Tasty Tarot. At the same time, I do want to get the extra cards for the Echoes of Nature, and also I want to start a Lenormand, and I do need to update some books and write a new book. Mara, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So overall, I got a lot of stuff to do and not a lot of time to do it. Not much time. There's only so much time you have during the day. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, Midnight, thank you again for your donation. Sorry for the technical issues, but hey, cats are cats, and they're going to do what they want to do. Anyway. The three of, I do need to look up what sign Salem is, because it has to be something that just destroys. It's got to be some just sign that's just like a pain. Anyway, Three of Pentacles, right? Man, into the Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, the Two of Wands. I think that CT has moved on. You have all the telltale signs of somebody that's kind of moved on. We're doing the next big thing. We're not really going to sort of, LC, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that on PayPal. Very generous. Thank you so much. Looks like that they've moved on. Here are the clues. Three of Pentacles says, at some point, I have to realize that, I want to do somebody else. I want to do something else. I want to do some expansion. I want to get some stuff done, right? So the Three of Pentacles, we sort of worked on it. We're looking at it. Amber, thank you for your donation. We worked on it. We're looking at it. We're just not able to do it. Eight of Cups says there's sort of an abandonment here of any sort of connection with CT and yourself, sort of moving past it, moving away from it. Eight of Cups says I've sort of looked out, I've abandoned it. And Three of Wands, I'm looking for something different, looking for something else. And that's kind of the important thing here, right? Just scanning, looking for anything else, something else, finding something that's going to be okay. Anyway, but yeah, the Three of Wands says we're sort of moving into a different direction than what is happening with that. Dab King, thank you for your donation. Two of Wands. Overall, it is about dominion, okay? I think if CT doesn't work out, you do have somebody else. You do have somebody else that's been lurking for a little bit. I would definitely search and seek out this particular individual and find out if they're, sort of a possible connection, possible match indeed. I think that is going to be definitely good for you during the just sort of the long-term, kind of the long-term thing, scanning around, looking at it, whatnot. Anyway, I think that's going to be where you're at. Two of Wands, again, talking about dominion. Find something better, find something that's going to be a little bit superior. I think that, that CT thing may not work out as well as you had hoped that it worked out. We're going with a thumbs down on this particular connection as far as having feelings, having something I want to pursue, having something in that vein. Anyway, Amber is next. We got a literary agent. Amber is all excited about the literary agent. Time frame for the literary agent. Baba Studios, Alice, or the Dark Mansion. I do not have the Alice. I made the mistake of saying, Alice is too expensive. That was a mistake. That was a mistake because if I had spent $100 for that deck, I could now be selling it for about $350. So that is called a good investment if you can get it. But I did not make that investment. I learned my lesson though, and I did pick up 7 Victorian Romantic version 4s because I know Victorian Romantic also keeps up its value indeed. And not as much as the Alice did because the Alice was like a one-run go. But Victorian Romantic Victorian Romantic sells out and everybody wants it. They had a super duper special one. And this is the only Victorian Romantic that had a wooden box. So overall, I think we're going to make that. We're going to make that. Anyway, but I do not have the Alice, so we're going to go for the Dark Mansion right now. I would buy it on the secondary market, but inflation, inflation. What is that thing going for now? Let's go to eBay and look. I want to go to eBay and check it out. eBay.com, Alice Tarot, Baba Studio. Let's see. Alice Tarot, Baba Studio, eBay. Oh, Jesus. $525, another one for $650, another one for $445. Wow. What is it new? That was used. That's like a used copy of that. Oh my. That's literally like a used copy of that thing. It's going for $450. Let's look up like a new copy. New copy. Oh my God. The bag itself is going for like $40. That's bananas. That is bananas. Anyway. Okay. Back to the thing. Time frame for acquiring a literary agent. Knight of Swords says it doesn't take too long. Not too long at all. Joe, life is too short. Welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. It doesn't take that long at all. Knight of Swords is a rapid movement card. It's a quick movement card. And that's kind of what you're looking for at this point. You're looking to get this turned over quick. You're looking to find it. You're looking to get it running and get it going. Knight of Swords is sort of that movement, sort of excited, getting it done, getting it happening. Page of Wands, though. You're just not happy with the initial results. It feels like that you want more from them. And I think I touched on this before a little bit. You want more from them, but you have to sort of go their speed. I think your speed and their speed doesn't quite match, right? But you do have the Page of Wands sort of getting that done. If you're looking, I really think like 2 to 3 months at this point. High Priestess, they're just good with books. We saw something like the Magician. We saw something like Emperor. We saw something similar to this in the last reading about this individual. High Priestess is talking about the knowledge, talking about the book editing, talking about having everything that you need within this individual to make it just amazing, to make it absolutely amazing indeed. So I'm just saying that is going to be fantastic overall. All right, but the High Priestess says that that is going to be your good match. Two of Pentacles, right? We have a lot of things happening with the Two of Pentacles. We need to make some sort of determination of how we're going to do this. What are we going to do? You know, sort of in that vein, right? But I think you can be able to handle that and not going to be a problem at all. So overall, you are looking good indeed for all of this. And I think you're looking at 2 to 3 months at this point, right? 2 to 3 months, focused on it, making it happen. I think that's going to be where you're at. That's going to be your comfort level. And overall, I like it. So just, you know, not as long as you think it may be. It is a thing to where you do need to look a little bit harder than kind of, you know, what you're thinking you need to. Does that make sense? So you need to put a little bit of extra effort into that. It's going to speed it along. If you're in a hurry, definitely put the extra work in, put the extra time in. I think you're going to get that where you need to go. Hooping Rabbit. Wow, it's been a minute. Hooping Rabbit, oh my God, it has been a long time. How are you doing? Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Hooping Rabbit has not been here for quite some time. It is good to see you again, Hooping Rabbit, as always. Thanks for hanging out. All right. Let's see, Amber, you're quite welcome. I mean, you know, we got sort of a relaxing day today. It's kind of relaxing, just kind of chill. We had some technical problems. Well, not technical. We have some cat problems at the beginning, but we're recovered and we're rocking the house tonight. What does Joey think about me? Dab King is back too. We got a lot of people sort of coming back with this. What does Joey think about me? We're going to go with a little bit of a teddy bear tarot deck because I like teddy bears indeed. Samantha, thank you again. I got your question in the queue. We got a little bit of Aries action in the queue as well. It sounds like still after that, Aries. LC, you are next. Thank you again for your very generous donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. For now, though, we're going to do Dab King. Now, what does Joey think about me? Does Joey like me at all, or does Joey not like me at all? We need to determine these kind of things. Oh, man, a little bit. Oh, man, disappointment. Jesus. Something's going on with Joey. Something's going on with Joey indeed. We have a level of disappointments with that, right? Level of disappointment here. We have a wounded warrior. We have the Lord of sort of just sorrow. And we have sort of an abandonment or leaving the situation entirely. So, I mean, I can't really warm up anything good out of this, you know? I can't warm up anything good out of this anymore. I can't. I want to give you good news. As always, everybody, you know, you go to the tarot stream, I want to just hand you the best news you've ever had. YouTube user, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. What's going on? Ian and I donated right before the cat incident about work. Oh, my. YouTube user, can you retype your question? I did not see it because the internet went out. Anyway, YouTube user, retype your question. We'll get you right next after LC from PayPal. Overall, it just looks bad. They don't think a whole lot of anything. I mean, you know, they don't think a whole lot of anything. Oh, man, it just looks rough. It looks rough indeed. You do have the 9 followed by the Lord of Sorrow, followed by just a lot of disappointment, a lot of just bad things. I just think that this is something you should give up. I would think it seems that we got a couple of bad news readings tonight. You know, you gotta stay true to yourself though. Bad news, good news. You just got to go with what you got to go with. And those are a lot of really harsh cards. I would say that Joey and your connection needs some work. It needs some things to be fixed before it's going to be fully functional and other things like that. Jay, did I miss your question? Jay, sorry if I missed your question. I learn IT. Can I do it well with Thoth? Jade, I think I got your question about the IT. You donate for another question. Jade, type out your question. I just see learning IT will be, okay, if I learn IT, can I do well with the thought? Okay, Jade, sorry about that. I thought it was the same question as the other one. Anyway, I will definitely get you in the queue as well. Thank you, Jade, for your patience. I appreciate you. All right. We're going to go off to PayPal. We're going to do Jade first because we owe Jade a reading. We owe Jade a reading indeed from yesterday. So let's get IT, will I do well? All right, let's see what's going on with that. YouTube user is retyping their question. As with all technical problems, there's technical problems. So, we're recovering from it. We're going to be able to shake it off and move forward, make it happen. All right. The thought you want, the thought that you get, the thought that you'll get indeed. Okay. If I learn IT, can I do well? Now, you're looking at the security realm. I'm thinking of is it the CISSP? What is that security cert? That's really difficult. If you can get it, it's a huge cert. Anyway, looking at sort of the security realm, looking at sort of the ethical hacking and things like that, we're going to see with that. Okay. I think you do quite well indeed. Okay. This is something where it kind of pulls out your personality, and your personality being that you're going to attack and conquer whatever is in front of you. You're going to attack, you're going to conquer, you're going to make everything work, and you are going to be the star. The Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory indeed. You are looking at a little bit of the Jupiter action too. In other words, you're going to sort of take the job and you're going to find ways to do it better. You're going to find things to do. You're going to be able to present yourself well, and you are going to be pretty happy about sort of where you're at. Truth says that you are also looking at getting that middle ground, right? Getting that middle ground between happiness and work, or home life and work. A lot of times that's difficult to find that middle ground, but I think you can accomplish that indeed. You are looking at pretty positive results from truce, finding everything done. Overall, the Ace of Pentacles, as always, says that you're going to be able to make the money that you need to survive. You're going to be able to make the money that you need to do well. And I think overall, sort of as you approach it, as you look at it, I think that is going to be something that you do very well indeed. So I like it overall, and I think that you have a lot of good things happening. A lot of good things happening with this right here. Anyway, overall, this is a big yes, right? As always, move forward with it. If it's going to be passionate for you, you definitely want to pursue your passion. Don't leave your passion on the table. You need to pursue. You need to chase. You need to make your passion a priority. And I think that is going to be the big thing out of the reading indeed. All right. Now we got LC on PayPal. LC wants to know Jay's current feelings. We're going to do that. We owe YouTube user a reading, and I think we should be caught up. We should be caught up with all of that stuff. Anyway, Jay's feelings. What are Jay's current feelings? How does Jay feel? Speaking of Victorian romantic, we are going to make it happen tonight. Coco, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Jill, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. All right, we're going to go and check out Jay's current feelings for us. Is it good? Is it decent? Is it something that works for everybody? We need to know. Amber, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's do this thing. Oh, you want to go to the Johnny Depp? Okay, we can do the Johnny Depp reading. I still need to start the series to where I analyze with tarot current events. Like any current events that are going on, anything that's like sort of in the mind of people on the news, sort of just put that in tarot cards and see where it takes us. Jay's current feelings overall look pretty good. I mean, they look like it's a lot of sort of an action kind of things, right? You got the King of Wands, you got the Knight of Wands. A lot of fiery energy here indeed. I think the fiery energy is going to be pretty powerful. It's going to be pretty good indeed for you. Hierophant, ready to get serious, ready to rebuild. ready to rebuild. I have to ask, is this an X or something? It's ready to rebuild, right? The Hierophant with strength. I have the patience to make this thing happen. I have the good news in here. Make this thing happen, make everything be, sort of on the level that I need right now. But yeah, the strength says this is going to be a good connection overall. And strength is about the Leo aspect as well, right? Because Jay is concerned about what you think of them. Jay is concerned about where we're going with this. Ashley, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. And I think that's very important, right? It's very important indeed, because you have to understand that they want to be in this thing. They want to do this thing, but they're very concerned about how they are going to look in the long run. King of Wands, Knight of Wands, so they have the fire, they have the energy to pursue it. Hierophant says they're ready to sort of get serious, ready to analyze this thing in a variety of different ways and make something occur out of this. Overall, it looks pretty good. You're missing a lot of the love cards, so this looks like something that needs to be built. But overall, I kind of like it indeed. All right, now we owe YouTube user 2 readings, apparently. All right, question from yesterday. We got 2. The first one, will me and N actually get a second chance? Because I doubt it. This is he's still in diapers. Okay, well, me and N get a second chance. Are things going to go well if we get the second chance at all? Do we get a second chance? I think things have turned the tables too. I think things have turned the tables into something that is a little different now. Yeah, Manny, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We've turned the tables on this thing, right? I told you have one last procedure. You have one last chance, one last procedure, one last shot. It ain't now, and I think it's going to be a serious period of time before you're going to be able to do that. 3 of Cups just says you enjoy life without N. And I think you've reached that point. I enjoy life without N. So, enjoy life with somebody, without somebody. Without them is where you're kind of at. Indeed. 3 of Swords says, yeah, it is a heartbreak, right? Because like you said before, like I said before, you know, at the beginning, you spent a lot of time with them before you broke up. And then less time as you continue to get together, less time. And now you're at like 0 minutes. So you can't really shake that. You can't shake 0 minutes. You're going to need to do a lot of healing if you do get this last chance indeed. But I think that you've turned the corner. I think that you've turned the corner to where you're just tired of the BS, and you've turned that corner into, I enjoy life better when they're not there. And I think that's a problem for getting back together with anybody. All right. Will I get the workforce analysis 5-month project at work? 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups says yes. It says yes, indeed. We got a nice thumbs up for that. You got the 2 of Cups, right? You're a good match for this position. You're a good match for making the connection here. 10 of Cups, it's a good place for you to call home. And I think that's it. I think it's a good place for us to call home. It's a good match for you. You have people there that are waiting for you, people there that are excited about you being there. And overall, I think that is a huge plus and something that you definitely want to look forward to. Anyway, we're going to go back to, now that, by the way, that was where PayPal. We did a couple of PayPals there, and now we're back. Now we're back to the future. Back to the future indeed. We got LC, and we got Jade that we missed. Sorry about that again, Jade. Hopefully you forgive me. Let's see. Anne wants to know outcome of B's karmic relationship. Anne, let's see how that's going to go. And let's see, outcome of B's love. Okay. Outcome of B's karmic relationship. Let's go ahead and use the Victorian Romantic Tarot because I think that's still a plus. It is a plus indeed. Muncie, welcome. It's all good that you're here. I appreciate you hanging out. Crystal, speaking of hanging out, good to see you, Crystal, as always. Okay, what's the outcome of this particular love? Can we make it work? Karmic relationship, karmic love. Did I already do this? I don't think I did. So, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Strength, the Emperor, and the Ten of Cups. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. It looks decent. I mean, it looks decent. I don't know. I mean, it looks good at the end, right? Ten of Cups. It looks like it could be a happy ending. It could be a good thing to get in there. We do have two majors in there. A degree of patience required definitely to make this happen. The karmic relationship sometimes does require a high degree of patience because it feels like that we started in the middle. Most relationships start in the beginning, right? I just found somebody that's amazing. I'm starting at the beginning. I'm learning about them. I'm in love and all that. A karmic relationship, you're starting like dead center. You're starting in the middle. I don't think that's advantageous for anybody because it feels like we're dragging some stuff into it, right? So strength says we need a degree of patience with this. Emperor says it is about figuring out where to take this, because I think a lot of times you want to take this here, there. Do we take this here or there? I think at the end of the day, figuring out where you want to ultimately take it is going to be very important, because if you don't, if you just let it wander around, I don't think that's good for anybody. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Very generous. I appreciate you. All right, let's put this up. Let's go for this Samantha triple shot tonight. Samantha's getting serious tonight. Samantha's like, I'm done playing around. I want to know Aries. I want to know this. I want to know that. We need all of this to happen right now. And it's your turn. It is your turn indeed. Samantha is up. Do you see me and the Aries sleeping together soon? Let's see, that's what I'm talking about, because, let's see. Because where's my...
music to make love to.
Sleeping together soon. Let's do a little bit of the Wonder World Tarot indeed. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Victorian Romantic doesn't play. I mean, that is just straight up beautiful cards. It is amazing set of cards indeed. All right. Speaking of not playing, we're not playing around with this Aries. We need to get on the Aries. Literally, the star says that's not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem indeed. Queen of Wands says you need to sort of take it easy, though. Take it easy, take it casual with the Aries, because the Aries needs a little bit of full steam ahead, and then they want to back off, right? Full steam ahead, let's back off. Full steam ahead, let's back off. So I'm just saying that Knight of Wands means there's a lot of action, a lot of fiery action indeed. That's what you kind of expect from the Aries anyway. You expect that kind of stuff from the Aries, and that's what you're going to get. Right? Star says ultimately, take it easy. Take it relaxed. I think things will come around just fine. The star says that is going to be fantastic, going to be great overall. Queen of Wands, it says there is some coordination here, some coordination, some literal coordination that you need to sort of do here to make that happen. It could be a logistics nightmare, I was thinking. It's Alyssa Alyssa, we're done with Alyssa. Okay, pretty clear. We're done with Alyssa. I saw that happening. I mean, there's only so much Alyssa you can take. Anyway, Alyssa, are we done? Or does she know that I'm tired of this crap? Two of Swords says she knows that you have a lot of different ideas, separate ideas than her, right? Both y'all are not going to be able to get on the same pathway, on the same vein here. Two of Swords says we're on the two separate continents here, and it feels like that ain't going to work. She knows that. The Knight of Cups says, I think Alyssa's still going to come around in a few months. I really do. I think Alyssa's going to come back around in a few months and be like, hey. So Knight of Cups says you're going to have to deal with that as you need to, right? You got the romance action coming over here. Ace of Cups, right? They're coming in fresh. They're like, hey, we're coming in fresh. We have an opportunity here. What do you think? Where are we going with this? We're going to be kind of excited about it. Well, I don't think you're going to be excited about it, but they are. They're going to be kind of excited about it. They're going to come on around in a few months. You're going to have to put up with that. But, at the time, is business going to continue to go great, or do I need to look at a backup plan? Let's see. If you got some good business opportunities, some good things happening with the business, man, Jesus. You need a backup plan. The backup plan is going to be the best shot here. Five of Coins is the first card. Just ain't no good. It just ain't no good. You're having some difficulties making this happen. Five of Coins is difficult indeed. I would get a backup plan, right? You got a 4 of Swords. It's all of a sudden the business just doesn't rocket like you're used to. It doesn't make the grade like you're used to. 7 of Cups, it's time to look at other things, right? We got all these other things to look at. It's time to examine. It's time to look at other those. It's just time to be, and it's time to be with those. Anyway, so that's what I think. That's what I think indeed. Let's see. Anyway, reading and paid, relationship is going to be fine. Just a lot of struggle, patience. And yes, a lot of struggling and a lot of patience. But at the end of the day, it looks okay. And you're correct. Anyway, all right. Let's go with all of that. Jill, what's? Oh no, we're gonna do. Let's see, Money, Amber. We got the literary agent for Amber. Man, YouTube has just completely screwed this reading thing that I wrote. Amber wants to know. Woo-woo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Amber. John. Okay, Depp versus Heard. All right, Depp versus Heard. I mean, we got to do it. Might as well do it now. Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We might as well do a little Amber Heard action. And we got a jumper, but that jumper went across the room. And, let's see what it is. Okay. All right. Anyway, Deb versus Heard. What's going to happen with this drama mess? With this drama mess, the Tower in Page of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Overall, my prediction for the end of this is that I don't think Johnny Depp is going to get a lot of satisfaction from this, okay? Page of Swords, it seems like there's too many conflicting things happening. There's too much drama here. There's too much happening in sort of real time where you're sort of seeing it. It's just trouble in the past. The Tower says they're both just a mess. They're both just a mess sometimes, right? The Tower. The whole situation, now that it's revealed, the whole situation is just big, messy, too many things. You know, the bottom line is, if you open up anybody's relationship to the public, yeah, it's a big mess. It is a big mess, okay? But yeah, the Tower indeed, that's going to be a big mess. Page of Swords, I don't think enough things were presented to get any satisfaction from this. 8 of Swords is you're kind of restricted from getting what you want. I just think this thing is not going to go in the direction that they would like. I just think it's not going to go in the direction that they would like. What happened? Oh my, the card that leaped is the Justice card. I kid you not. The card that leaped over there is the Justice card. Now, tell me that's not ironic. My friends. Come on. The Justice card leaps out of the deck and flies across the room with the Depp versus Heard. I put deep. You know what I'm saying? The Depp versus Heard. Anyway, Jill is next. Jill wants to know something. I don't know what they want to know. They want to know. I think JW recognized me today at the store. What are his thoughts? He's an enemy. Oh, my. I don't know. Michelle Jean, welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Michelle Jean, I did call you Friday for a private reading. If you still want that, let me know. Email me, please. We will get it scheduled. For now, we're going with Jill for GW. Remind saw me. What kind of things do they have? They're an enemy. They don't like you. They still don't like you. They don't like you. They still don't like you. The 3 of Swords. They were disappointed to see you. They were kind of surprised. But overall, they're not pleased at all. So their thoughts were, I need to get out of here. This is not something I want to deal with. So the 3 of Swords with that, a little bit of action there. So, not exactly happy to see you, understand? Ashley wants to know, week ahead reading Little Wizards if possible. It is quite possible indeed. Let's get this Little Wizards up in there for you. If you don't know what this is, by the way, it is the Little Wizards Tarot. This is the best tarot ever. I'm just saying now. It's the best tarot you've ever seen. The Little Wizards Tarot. I went ahead and ordered it. I'm waiting for my copy. And hopefully I get my fresh, new, fancy copy of this thing. I got the bag, too. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I got a bunch of bags from that. Anyway, week ahead reading. Man, Monday is just rocking for you. Ashley, Monday is just rocking for you. It feels like you have everything under control. Everything seems to be just moving quickly. Everything seems to be moving nicely. Monday, you are going to have it just no matter what you do, you are just rocking it, right? You're just rocking it. Lover's card. Everything falls into place. Four of Swords, though. Wednesday, you need to take a rest. Right? Just take a little time Wednesday for yourself, whether it be in the evening, whether it be in the morning. You need to meditate. You need to get centered because it feels like Wednesday is a little bit on the challenging side, sort of that, right? Six of Pentacles. I think somebody needs you to get something. I think you need to sort of give something. You need to do something. It seems like it's an emergency, right? Six of Pentacles. I need to give out and I need to get something produced immediately. Four of Wands says make yourself at home Friday because I think as you merge into the weekend, it looks good indeed. Overall, it just looks nice. It looks nice as far as next week. Wednesday, take a little time. Get centered, get relaxed, do a little meditation before you head in. And I think that that is going to be good for you overall. So there is your week ahead reading. Okay. Money. How does a Virgo think and feel about me? After YouTube users double shot, we're going to PayPal. After this one, we're going to PayPal. Sarah has a question. Sarah, you are next. This is from my mom who has passed. Sarah, thank you very much for your generous donation. I appreciate you. All right. How does the Virgo think and feel about me? Let's see what's going on with that Virgo. Never know with us Virgos. Hashtag not all Virgos, but you never know with that Virgo. The Virgo has a big opportunity to crash and burn anything that y'all have together. You're sort of smoothly doing it. You're sort of making it happen. The Ten of Cups, right? It seems that we sort of have this togetherness, have this sort of this family feel. A lot of things just jive. A lot of things work together. A lot of things seem to be rocking it. The Ten of Cups is sort of really comfortable, really enjoying ourselves, right? The Four of Cups, though. There's a lot of things that we need to avoid. In other words, we need to avoid some pathways with talking to the Virgo. In other words, you can lead them into a situation where you get a tower or you get them upset, right? Because you do have sort of a fine line that they're sort of walking here between sort of happiness and sort of anxiety. And I think their anxiety is triggered pretty well. The Tower says you are going to get a little bit of a problem with this individual if you just sort of play around and just sort of hit their buttons a little too often or anything like that. I mean, I'm just saying, I would kind of be careful. I would kind of be careful a little bit with this and just make sure and not sort of press their buttons too much because there is something going on. There is something going on with this. Anyway, at least that is what I think about this particular Virgo. Now, hashtag not all Virgos. Hashtag not all Virgos indeed. Anyway, all right. Well, it looks like our night has crashed. Anyway, but yeah, speaking of crashing, the Tower, just don't press any of the buttons. Don't press those. I don't think anything good comes out of that, at least in this particular instance. All right, we got YouTube user double shot. But before that, let's go to PayPal. Let's get Sarah's reading. Let's find out what Sarah wants to know up in here. Sarah says, message from Mom. Let's do that. Let's get a message from Mom. Rose, and welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. All right, now our traditional tarot deck that we have for most of these messages is going to be this one. The Edgar Allan Poe is just sort of a magical, wonderful, exciting little deck. And I think that it really does, in my opinion, it really does sort of reach beyond the physical into the metaphysical. I really think it does. It reaches beyond the physical into the metaphysical and sort of reaches through that barrier. And I think that we can get something pretty decent from that. The Fool, indeed. All right. Your mom is literally watching you. Your mom is literally watching you and assisting you in a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways, right? The Fool. But the Fool in this instance has somebody following them, somebody lighting their way, somebody assisting in sort of lighting the path, lighting the direction, right? I think that's exciting for you. I think that's exciting indeed. But I'm just saying, I think that mom is watching over you. I think mom is guiding you in several ways. I think that you sort of feel that, right? It's like something sort of easier than it should be, or something is sort of pushing into that next realm to where it seems that it's just a little bit on a guided path or a guided message as far as that is concerned. High Priestess says that mom has sort of given you everything that mom needs to give you as far as wisdom, as far as knowledge, as far as making everything be, right? The High Priestess, I've handed you the knowledge, I've handed you the Torah, and you should have enough to go forward and to be happy with that. Hanged Man. Be careful with sort of your happiness and where you hang it. Does that make sense? Your happiness and where you hang it. Because I can say that I need Andrew to absolutely adore me for me to be happy. And then some days Andrew's busy. Some days Andrew's like, I need to do this or I need to do that. And Andrew's like, and then, I'm hanging my happiness on an individual, or hanging my happiness on an entity or something like that. I think don't do that, right? Don't do that. So it's more of a perspective of, just enjoying things when they're here and when they're not, just realizing that they're not here, and let's go forth and do something different, do something else. But the Hangman's, don't be careful where you hang your happiness. And overall, the moon reversed. Don't be so emotional about everything. Keep your emotions in check, especially when it comes to big life, big plans, big matters in your life. I think that's going to be big. I think that's going to be big. And those are the messages that I have, I especially like that, you see moms are watching over you. I like that. This is why I love this deck. I love this deck. YouTube user, I love too. YouTube user has a double shot tonight. YouTube user has, by the time the project is over, will I get a new job? Let's find out. Soul Soar, I did not forget about you. Soul Soar, you are after the YouTube user double shot. But for tonight, it's been a minute since we have used this. It's been a minute since we have used the, what is it called? The modern, no, what is it called? What the hell is this called? Where'd it go? Here it is. The traditional manga tarot. Not modern, the traditional manga tarot. See what's going on with that. By the time the project is over, we'll be moved into our next big position. Oh, man, no, I just don't think so. I don't think so. Something tells me that is not going to be kind of the thing. Sorry, I just don't see it happening. I think there's a little bit of a delay. I think there's a little bit of a wait time happening there. So overall, you're going to have to wait. You have to wait. Sorry, you're just going to have to wait a little longer with that. You're going to have to, you have to be patient with all of that, in my opinion. So that's going to be a thumbs down. A thumbs down indeed. You're going to have to be a little bit delayed. YouTube user has another question indeed. N feels about me walking away, stay friends. It's good to stay friends. I think it really is powerful to be able to stay friends, have the emotional maturity to stay friends and sort of be there for each other in a friendly way indeed. So the Knight of Wands, right? We're both injured. We both realize it doesn't work. It didn't work. Not having the good things that we needed overall. Knight of Wands just says, we're both injured from this experience, but the King of Wands, we're able to be mature about it again. Nine of Swords, there's always the question about, will we be in a relationship again? That's always going to be hovering around you. I'm sorry. It's always going to be hovering around you. It is. But Nine of Swords says, don't be concerned, be in the moment and enjoy the time that you have with this individual, because I think the time that you have is going to be special. But overall, they are concerned about, when's the next hookup or when's the next thing. They're also kind of concerned about the ramifications of what they've been doing with you and finding another love. And do you want to hear about them, finding another love? There's that awkwardness, right? A little bit of that awkwardness there. But anyway, yeah. just be aware. You got to be kind of, careful about sharing with somebody that you've slept with. You got to be kind of careful about sharing the new relationships with them. There's only so much they want to know, I'm sure. Anyway, the best business venture to pursue. So let's get you on the business line. Let's make the business reading right now with this tarot deck indeed. Ooh, we got another PayPal reading. Thank you, BN. I appreciate you. Ooh, we got a jumper. Oh my, you need to be careful with these business adventures. You're going to waste a lot of time. I mean, you're really going to waste a lot of time. The problem is where do you want to focus your effort? Here's the problem. You need to focus your effort on one particular thing instead of spreading your focus out to 50 different things, right? 50 different things just doesn't work for you. By the way, BN, who you just donated on PayPal, let me know what your question is. Choosing the wrong business venture and going full steam ahead, which is what you need to do, is going to be disadvantageous for you. The problem is that some of these look great for being excited about it, but as far as making money, it looks challenging indeed. I think that you should go for basically sort of organizing things, making things in the background happen, selling things that other people have created. Basically, you're a background person, right? You're a background person. I'm choosing this thing to do, and I'm making somebody else coordinated and organized. In other words, you're assisting other people, right? You're sort of a partner that comes in, a silent partner that comes in and makes things happen for other businesses. So I think that you can get that done, right? Consulting, basically. So you can consult your expertise on IT. We can consult. We can make other people very successful with IT. They recommend us. We can do that. We can go online and do all sorts of consulting opportunities. I think we'll have a lot of good things about that because I think you're good at several different things. Doing consulting for other people is going to be sort of your best bet, right? Your best bet. And instead of putting all the money on the line, having to do all the advertisement, having to do this, you just do consulting on the side. You don't have to worry about any of that crap, right? You handle it for somebody else and you make their life amazing and they appreciate that. They give you a lot of money and they recommend you to everybody who gives you a lot of money. And that is sort of this weird sort of, you're cheating, right? You took the red pill. You're cheating the matrix by doing this because you don't have to put any money up front. You don't have to do a lot of things with this, right? You don't have to do a lot of the big risky things. So you can just keep moving, keep going with this. I think that is going to be important for you indeed. Anyway, woo-woo is next. I met a new guy. Will it develop into something? Will it develop into anything? Oh my, let's see if that new guy is going to be there. By the way, BN on PayPal. I still don't see any initials for BN. Maybe if I message you, I may have to message you. Let me message BN and say, what is your question? I think that's going to be something I got to do here. Message. Let's see. Let me turn off Bluetooth. So I'm trying to connect to 50. Hi, comma. Thank you for your donation, period. What is your question? Okay. All right. We did that. All right. So I sent them. I said, what's your question? You got to do that sometimes because they didn't include their question. I don't see them in chat. So I don't know. Nicole, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you on PayPal as well. Nicole wants to know a friend. Nicole, do you have? Oh, there you go. Okay, Binshi. All right, Binshi, I got you covered indeed, Binshi. Let me put this off to the side here. Binshi. Future of love for me. Let me press spacebar and save that off. All right, we got it saved off. And we also have Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for your donation over PayPal. Everybody's very generous tonight on PayPal. Thank you so much. But let's go and hop on to PayPal and let's get this done. Benji, be in here. What is the future of love for me? All right, let's take a look. Let's go back to Ooh, I like this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this one here because I enjoy this deck. The Mons Tarot makes the grade. This is the king. This is the king of tarot decks. I'm just saying. This is the one that everybody's happy about. Everybody is content about. Nicole, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Nicole, you're actually next. You are next. Nicole. Nicole, is this your question? Does he love me? Is that your question? Let me know. Let me know. And I can save that off for a minute. Nicole, if you want a friend. So you said a friend, and they said, do they love me? Nicole, if you want to let me know a lengthy question or some more details, I can get that done. For now, let's do Benji. Get that done. The future of love. Find out what kind of love that you got going on. Because, I mean, there's a lot of good love opportunities out there. Now that COVID's kind of relaxed a little bit, now that people are coming out, the weather's warming up, everybody's kind of, out there, kind of excited, kind of like, what's out there for love? I like that. All right, does he love me? All right, Nicole, I got you covered. You are next. But yeah, the future of love. You're not getting what you need. I mean, that's pretty clear. We're just not getting what we need as far as love goes. 7 of Wands, being a little bit of the defensive, not getting what we need, not getting something that's exciting, not getting something that I kind of want to go forth, I kind of want to make happen, right? I'm not getting what I need in love. I'm not being happy overall. 5 of Pentacles, I'm just walking the line at this point. It feels like you're just making the motions as far as love. I'm just walking the walk. I'm making the motions, but the reality is I'm not quite there. I'm not quite there on the excitement. I'm not quite there on having the big emotions, having the big love that I kind of need, indeed. Woo-woo. Oh, I did skip your reading. Woo-woo, you are next. Sorry. Sorry, woo-woo. But yeah, you're not finding that love that you need. And you're sort of going through the motions, which is a problem, right? Because we don't want to just go through the motions. We don't want to just sort of go into the next thing. We don't want to go through the same things every day. We want something exciting, something adventurous, something that makes us happy. And the 10 of Pentacles says we're going to have a better opportunity for that after, I would say after September, things start looking up as far as this, right? You just got the 10 of Pentacles, happy home, happy family. Themes just roll better. Themes just smoothly go better. And I think you just get that feel, right? Out of the 4 of Cups, not everything does. I think there's a level of disappointment with one particular thing that you had been excited about in love. But if you're willing to give that up, then I think overall you have some good stuff happening with that. Anyway, so woo-woo met a new guy. Will it develop into something? Woo-woo, sorry about that. Woo-woo, you know me, I'm all over the place. Anyway, I got distracted. Indeed. All right, woo-woo. Woo-woo, you got to forgive me, woo-woo. Woo-woo, you know I'm a little bit of an airhead sometimes, woo. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of an airhead, and then we'll do Nicole after this. All right, anyway. Olga, welcome to the stream. Okay, we met a new guy. Will it develop into something? Is it something that we can do? Is it something we can be happy with? The new guy. Oh, my. The moon. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. The new guy has more good than bad. I guess that's the thing, right? The new guy has more good than bad. At a minimum, let's be excited for that, right? Hooray! The moon says this person is on our level. This person is on our level when it comes to emotions. When I say on my level, it just feels like I don't have to try. I don't have to try a lot when it comes to emotions. I don't have to struggle when it comes to being emotionally resonant with this particular person. It feels that things just go pretty smoothly when it comes to emotions in this particular individual, right? The moon is just so powerful, and it's just something that we really enjoy doing. So overall, that's pretty exciting because that's something that you want to see. You don't want to struggle. I can struggle sort of physically. I can struggle sort of mentally sometimes and sort of get that figured out. But what I don't want to do at the end of the day is just struggle emotionally because it feels like that's a dead end. 7 of Swords. Somebody from their past is going to come back, is going to return, is going to come back. It feels like they snuck away from a relationship. They ghosted somebody. They're not happy about it. and that person is going to come back, okay? So just be prepared for a little bit of drama. I don't think that's going to be a big thing. You're going to be able to handle that. Not a problem at all. 10 of Wands overall. How much drama are you willing to put up with this particular person? That's a question you got to ask. So go ahead, before we get started, before we sort of develop this into something, because I do think emotionally we can, how much of drama are you willing to take from this individual? Kind of, put that on paper or mentally say this much or that much. I think that's going to be a good preliminary thing, because a lot of times we get involved in the moment. We're excited about things, and then all of a sudden it just builds up and drama builds up and other things build up. And all of a sudden we're just like, you know what? Screw this. But the problem is you gotta find out. You gotta find out ultimately how you want to do that. Anyway, does he love me? Met somebody, maybe an ex. I don't know what's going on, but we need to find out if they love us indeed. That is going to be the big thing. The big thing. Hooray. Hooray indeed. Hooray indeed. That's what I'm talking about. All right. If he's a ghost, then that's a red flag. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you got to ghost. Sometimes you got to ghost. I mean, so let's say, okay, so, let me tell you this. It's T.O. story time. I had a good buddy with the last place that I worked, a place a long time ago. I had a good buddy, and he started dating this lady. And the lady started like going just pure psycho on him. So he basically started ghosting her, all right? Anyway, she came back. She purchased a big pan from a restaurant supply. Like a massive pan, like you would cook like 100 cookies in or something, right? She ended up putting a bunch of like charcoal on the pan and lighting it. And then she slid the pan underneath his engine of his car. Anyway, see, that's somebody you got to ghost. That's somebody you got to ghost. Because had you actually told her that it's time, to just ditch this whole thing or something like that. I mean, she did that after the ghosting. What was she going to do? So hashtag not all people. Hashtag not all people. But I'm saying, sometimes if you see a lot of red flags and you're like, oh my, this could go really south. This could go really south really quickly. Sometimes, just saying. Hashtag not all ghosting. Anyway, Nicole, do they love me? 6 of Wands. Oh, Jesus, that looks so good. This looks so good. They have a vital, they have a karmic, they have a real connection to you. They do. And I think that you've sensed that over time. They do have a real connection to you. The star is not a card to be ignored with any love readings, right? The star is beautiful. Talks about having this connection we don't understand. This connection is just absolutely beautiful. Next to the 6 of Wands, in other words, the connection makes us better. The connection makes us better. And that's what you need. You don't need people weighing you down all the time. You don't need people frustrating you. You don't need people doing that. You need people to make you better. And that's what this person does. 6 of Wands, end of the star. The more that you're with them, the better it feels overall. The Blasted Tower says there is a rebuilding process from this relationship that does need to happen. That may take some time. If you're willing to take the time, the Princess of Pentacles says it's worth it because we have a lot of good things that are going to occur from here. And I think that is good indeed. That is good indeed. Overall, that is a big yes. We're going to do the thumbs up. We're going to do the thumbs up over here with a little bit of love balloons in between. Little love balloons in between. I like it. Akira Tarot, welcome to the stream. Akira is one of my favorite mangas. So, Akira Tarot, I hear you. Akira is one of my favorite mangas. So let me see. Do you read manga? Is that where you got the Akira from? Let me know, Akira Tarot, because that's a good manga. Myra, thank you for your double donation. I appreciate that. And what was the point? What's the point of B and I's friendship? Like, where's it going to go? Why is this here? Overall, what was kind of the direction we were going and the reason we were headed in that direction in the first place? I think that's going to be important. What was the point? The Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. It's kind of a learning process. Myra, thank you for your double shot donation. Akira, that's your real name. That's awesome. I love that. Akira, that's your real name. I love that. Anyway, it's about a learning. It is about learning. You got the High Priestess. We're developing things. We're understanding each other. We're learning. We're sort of developing this process. High Priestess is very important for any learning. All learning processes is going to be key. Magician says that this is something that brings about a level of interesting knowledge to your life that is sort of cool. It's sort of cool indeed. What deck is this? This is the Tarot Avatar. This is the Bonfire Tarot version too. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. It does say there's some healing aspect too of having B in your life. A little bit of healing, a lot of learning, and sort of bringing in some interesting things that by yourself you would have never run into. You would have never tried. You would have never seen. You would have never thought of. They bring that aspect in there. I think that's kind of cool. Rose is coming up next. Rose wants to know. By the way, we are ending soon. All things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end eventually. Is my daughter going to be a doctor? Doctor, give me the news. I've got a bad case of loving you. I mean, that's the way it is. I can be a doctor. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. No. I think your daughter's going to end up getting into IT, actually. Your daughter's going to be in IT. It's just what I think. The Queen of Swords, it's all about action. It's all about information. It's all about the swords aspect, learning information, getting into this. Five of Pentacles says being a doctor. It feels like a lot of overload, upfront money. A lot of upfront money to do that. I don't think they're willing to do that. I think, the cost of tuition's up. Everything seems to be high priced. Where it goes, I think IT is going to be a little more reasonable, especially if we can sort of sneak in there with a little bit of a, graduate degree, but not great, sort of a 4-year degree and whatnot. I think they're going to be in IT. But yeah, this is a good looking deck. Tarot Avatar. What is the price of this deck anymore? Let me search. Tarot Avatar. Okay. Let me search. You can buy it. No, that's a Kickstarter. That's not where you buy it. Tarot Avatar online store. How much is this? It is 80 AU. Is that Australian dollars? I don't know. Let me link that into chat for all of y'all Tarot Avatars that fans. Linked into chat. It costs 80 AU. I guess that's Australian dollars. I don't know. I'm not sure how much that is. Like $70? I don't have a Google speaker in here. Otherwise, I would ask the Google speaker. But anyway. All right, let's get this put up. Link in the description, or link over there in the chat if you're interested in this. It's just nice, right? It's nice. It looks like they put a lot of work into it. There's so much depth. There's so much depth to the Tarot Avatar. That's why I really, really like it. And now, Myra has the triple shot, and we are going to be out of here after that. Myra, thank you for being the last donations tonight. I appreciate you. I think we got everybody on PayPal. We did. The PayPal readings done. All right. Michelle, welcome. How you doing? Will the female therapist work better than the man? Oh, my. That's a very targeted question there. Man. Dice Controller, thank you for your donation. Looks like Dice Controller will be the last donation. Oh, how do you read that? Five of Wands. Myra, thank you for your other donation. King of Swords, I mean, it says no. I mean, the King of Swords is here. This is somebody that's able to communicate. I mean, we got the communication from the King of Swords. And the communication's strong. King of Swords seems to be knowledgeable. They know where they're going. They know what they're doing. Five of Coins. It says sort of hopping therapist is kind of a waste of money. The man therapist in this case seems to be a little bit better. Five of Wands ultimately says that find somebody that you're not having conflicts with, right? Find somebody that you feel like you're making progress with. I think whether it be man, woman, non-binary, it doesn't really matter. Find the therapist where you feel like I'm making progress. I'm making big progress. And that person is the one that you want to be, because you're wasting money if you don't. You need to find the therapist where I feel like I'm making real progress here, because a lot of them just go, and then you pay them and they leave. I don't think that works for you. I think you want somebody with insights about what you're saying. I think you want somebody who's genuinely interested in your problems. And I think that's important for everybody, especially you, because that's going to make your big progress. You want the person that's going to do that. What does Tom think of me? Five of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Three of Coins. Tom thinks you're a little bit of a work. You're a little bit of maintenance as we go, right? We're gonna have to a little bit of a fixer-upper sometimes. I think you're kind of all over the place, what have you. You just don't seem to be sort of focused sometimes, but a little all over the place. A little bit of a fixer-upper. Power of the P. Thank you for your donation. Power of the P will be the last donation tonight, apparently. Five of Swords says, overall, don't worry about what Tom thinks. Because I don't really think that Tom is in a place where they're going to make you really happy. I mean, really, right? Seven of Cups, there are better options out there if you're looking for an emotional stability kind of thing. But overall, they kind of feel like that, Anyway, YouTube user, I already did your stuff. I did your stuff. YouTube user, you need to rewind because I did your readings. Anyway, that is what I think. Don't worry about what Tom thinks. Just do your own thing. I think you got better options and what this is it. A little bit of a fixer-upper in this, but, man, don't put any relevance on what Tom thinks. That's really important. That's really important for me. Just my intuition just screaming right now. Who cares? That's what my intuition is screaming as far as Tom, right? If you want to interact with Tom, you want to do the thing with Tom, that's fine. But don't really rely on Tom to guide the interaction. You need to be the one that guides the interaction. Because I think if you do that with Tom, Tom is not going to be good in that position. I think you need to sort of guide where the interaction goes in that particular situation. If that makes sense. Myra wants to know as well, career for 2022. You got a new job coming later in the year, more like fall. You got a new job coming later in the year, more like fall. The Hierophant, right? A big company. This is a noticeable company, a substantial company. And I think that's going to be big for you, right? You got to kind of get that Hierophant feel. I need something substantial. This is going to be substantial as far as getting the job, making it happen, making everything happen with this. Knight of Swords says the stress level for the next couple of months, the stress level is way too high. It feels like they really start cranking up the stress as far as sort of positions, as far as movement. The Knight of Swords, we're moving too quickly. We're moving without a plan. And when we don't have a plan, we end up in a position where we have to redo work. We have to do work a little more difficult than it needs to be. Four of Cups, expect some things to make you unhappy with career, especially near the end of summer. You just feel unhappy. You feel disassociated. It's because that you're really sort of moving, the universe is moving you to the next big thing, the next big job, as far as that goes indeed. Let's see, so that's what I think. And what does Sunny feel for me now? Let's see if Sunny has a little bit more of a sunny disposition than Tom, is what I'm saying. I mean, come on, give it up for the bad jokes. Give it up for the bad jokes. Oh, man, loves you, and loves you. I think Sunny is right up your alley. Page of Cups. I want to start something and see where it goes. I really do, right? Empress, I feel very comfortable with this interaction. It feels like there's a lot of good things happening here. It feels like there's a lot of encouraging things going on. The Empress is very excited indeed. Overall, King of Coins. So there's a lot of stability waiting with you and Sunny. Sunny, see, I said the Seven of Cups in the last reading. Seven of Cups, I think, could be pointing towards Sunny because that's a lot. And I mean a lot of good cards. We're going to do the Heart of Hearts for that reading. How fancy is that, my friend? How fancy is that? We got the Heart of Hearts up in here. Looking good. We got dice. We got Power of the P. And we're getting out of here tonight. Dice wants to know long-term financial results from my job. Is my job worth it? I think a lot of us ask that, you know. A lot of us have the same question. Is my job going to be long-term decent? Because there's a whole lot of challenges that we get with some of these jobs with this. Anyway, long-term financial results is not going to be what you need. I think money is going to be okay. I think money is going to be okay, but your satisfaction with work is not, right? So your satisfaction with work is not. So the world. I think we sort of run the gamut of this job, you know, long-term financial success. We get the money. It's okay, right? Page of Wands. We seem to be starting new projects all the time, new requirements all the time. That's the way it goes. Five of Cups. I'm just disappointed in the overall job. Doesn't feel like a place I want to come to. So at some point, you're going to ask yourself, and you're going to come back to Tarot Oracle, and you're going to say, look, you said I was going to be a little bit long-term disappointed with the job, and I am. I mean, I'm earning money, but I feel like that I'm just in a dead end. I feel like it's hard to go into work. What should I do? That's going to be your next question. Dice. That's going to be your next question after a couple of months. I mean, I'm going to be here. I am going to be here. So you can come and you can ask that question next if you'd like, but not tonight because I got to get out of here. Power of the P is the last reading of the night. Gemini's current feelings and thoughts about me indeed. Let's see, Power of the P. What kind of good stuff you got going on there? Kind of good opportunities so we have going on with there. That Gemini, you've been asking for that Gemini for a while. You need to just take some action over there, Power of the P. I'm just saying. You've been asking about the Gemini for some time now. You got to take some action is what I'm saying. Hermit says, I mean, come on. Okay, look, the cards even agree with me. Hermit says it's time to take a little bit of action in there. Nine of Cups says they have fond memories. They have some good things here. They enjoy what they say. They want it. They're very interested. Nine of Cups is interest. It is happiness. It is party. It is sort of this casual kind of fun thing. And the Ace of Cups is so powerful because it says, let's get going with this. Because you may have to be the one that sort of initiates a Gemini connection. The Hermit says, don't miss out on the Gemini. Just don't skip it. Don't miss out on the Gemini. If it takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort to get in there and make it happen, then make it happen indeed. Speaking of making it happen, I'm spending the day with my mom tomorrow, so I will not be here for stream. So no stream Mother's Day. I'm spending some time with Mom. So anyway, no stream Mother's Day tomorrow. We'll see you all Monday at the usual time. Thank you for being here. We will see you Monday.